Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to take a look at Tina 9000 and show a couple of really cool teams with her in as well. What's cool about Tina is no matter what your playstyle, this is definitely a top 10 mythic. She's absolutely superb. So let's look at the spell and her strengths and indeed the weaknesses, because there definitely are some. Right, so let's take a look at Tina's spell and the good and bad, because there's a lot of good, but there is some bad as well. First of all, it is true damage, and at the high end of that damage it is extremely high and can be absolutely devastating to opponents. It does do damage to 3 random enemies at the same time. In the good way, this can basically take out stealthy opponents as well. Those Arachnian Weavers that are always stealthy, those life and death teams in Thief class where they're always stealthy, Tina can hit them, and hit them hard, and indeed kill them with a single cast if she decides to hit them twice. Really good like that. And she also gains armor at the same time, which means if you do decide to risk her in first place, she adds 50% of armor to skull damage with that third trait, which makes skull damage even more devastating. Bad points about her: if she hits at that low end of the damage, you can often leave enemies on just a handful of life points, which can be really annoying. You have to charge her again or use somebody else to finish them off. And sometimes that damage to 3 random enemies, she'll dance around all the enemies or the enemy you really wanted to hit and leave them unscathed. That is the randomness of the spell. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't hit who you wanted her to hit. But when it does hit, it can be absolutely devastating. Also, obviously, absolutely no chance of an extra turn or anything like that with her. You fire her off, it is the enemy's next turn. You have to take that into consideration when casting Tina. But certainly a lot more good than bad in her spell. One cast can take out some really strong opponents absolutely straight away. So let's take a look at a few teams of Tina in action. First up is my Tina Dart team. The idea of this team is simple but pretty clever, I think. First of all, you have Rope Dart as the weapon. When you get this fully upgraded, it is essentially a true damage weapon, because you take all the armor away from someone, deal damage, and gain an extra turn if you have this thing fully upgraded, as well as entangling the first enemy. So this is basically a true damage weapon. This is going to soften the enemy up, as well as drag them to first place, hopefully for Tina to finish off. Now, if you take a look at these first 3 troops, we have Thrall on top, who uses purple, Rope Dart uses yellow and blue, and Tina uses red, green and brown. Therefore, we're using all 6 of the colours immediately on our first 3 troops. So when we cast Leprechaun right from the beginning, who starts with full mana, we are going to benefit from literally every single bit of mana that gets destroyed from that. All purple will go onto Thrall, all yellow and blue to Rope Dart, and all red, green, brown onto Tina. And the cool thing is, Thrall will sometimes be ready to cast absolutely straight away then, and then we're going to get a 50% start also on this, because we're in Mechanist class where you get a 50% start with mechs on their mana. So basically we'll have 7 out of our required 14 already before we've even done anything, and Tina will have 12 out of her required 24. So we cast Leprechaun. This is going to give these some no matter what. It can't not. And then hopefully we'll fill up Thrall as well. And that should then have both of these ready to absolutely rock and roll. You cast Rope Dart, drag the enemy to the top, cast Tina, repeat the process. Really simple. For this reason, I'm going to go for purple on this, because basically with all the mana we're generating from Leprechaun and Thrall, the best idea I think is to get them continuously charged up if we need to cast them again. We're in Mechanist class for this. I absolutely love that third trait there. And for the talent trees, Serendipity. Don't think this one's actually relevant. Oh no, Missile. Rope Dart. Precision, thank you very much. Vanguard, we'll have a Barrier. Tactician, why not? Savior is okay. Yeah, it is when an ally dies, barrier another random ally, but if you don't use it, it means nobody died. And if they did, then it comes in useful. And it's better than these two. Banishment, Child of Sky or Tree of Knowledge. I do like Tree of Knowledge. We'll be collecting green or benefiting from green on this, and that is going to give us enchant straight away. And armor plating. All mech allies gain 2 armor per turn. Right, so let's take this out into a bit of PvP, maybe explore 12, see what it can do. Alright, let's dive into a few PvPs. I'll just do the whatever's on the right hand side so it's as difficult as it can get. Oh, we're up against a nasty life and death team, so this is a good test straight away. They're more powerful than me as well. Their team score is 20,000 odd against my 18,500. Hopefully it won't matter. We get first dibs on this, first dibs on the mana. I'm not too worried about being entangled. This team doesn't rely on skull damage. What should we do? There's no point casting leprechaun. We've got the extra from the purple, so hopefully we'll benefit from that, and did. We can now cast Thrall. We've got Tina and Rope Dart up at the same time. Let's grab their Avalon to the top. Don't want him summoning anybody later on. We'll cast Tina. If it hits them troops, we've killed one already. We'll grab that. Now we'll cast no, not Leprechaun. There's not enough green there. This is why it's good to have the choice out of Thrall and Leprechaun. Because where we use all 6 colours from these first 3 troops, we are just guaranteed to benefit from Thrall. Just full stop. That gives Tina a bit more armour. This is going to soften up somebody for Tina. Tina goes bish, bash, bosh, 2 dead, 1 to go. That life and death team was made to look utterly silly. Hasta la vista. Next. Tina's so good. If you have the diamonds, just go and get her. If you've not got her already, that's not really a proper team with a horde mimic. Let's do the second one then. Oh, we've got another life and death team, but this one with a slight twist. Using a couple of empowered troops. I'm not going to look at what they're going to do. I'm just going to worry about what I can do and fight fire with fire, basically. Can they outbash me? Let's actually leave him there. There's quite a lot of green around the board, but Tina is very, very near to getting charged. So you can take a risk here. You can take something like a green, see if you get Tina charged, but it's better to cast a Leprechaun because you might get Rope Dart charged at the same time, which we just did. Now you can grab someone else, take away the armor. If Tina hits these, now she's just going to kill them. The end. Kapoosh, dead. If we weren't entangled, they'd have been dead and all. So let's hit them. There's 2 of them dead. As you can see, when Tina hits something, she really flipping means it. She hits extremely hard. Let's just kill them anyway. Let's get Tina charged up. And Tina can't miss now. She'll just hit that opponent until they're dead. Absolutely superb troop, Tina. Absolutely, definitely a top 10 mythic, regardless of your play style. Some mythics are literally dependent upon how good they are, depending upon how you play your game. Some people may not like certain mythics because they don't suit their playstyle, therefore they'll be a low ranked mythic to them. But Tina, no matter sort of how you play, she has to be top 10. Absolutely superb. I don't know if that's a proper team or not. Looks a bit weird, but I'll give it a go. You can only beat what's put in front of you. Someone somewhere said once, probably, maybe. Right, so here we go. This is a non-lucky start for us, but we've got no 4 matches, anything like that. But we have got a lot of green there, so we'll cast Leprechaun. Look at that. We've charged up Rope Dart, Tina, and Thrall all at once because we're using all the colours. We'll just hit somebody with the most armour, drag them to the top. Let's cast Tina. That's one opponent down already. We now cast Thrall. We're going to benefit from every single bit of mana collected. Can do Rope Dart again now. Who should we grab this time? Them, because they've got some armour. Then we'll cast Thrall, because we may get our... No, we won't. We'll cast Leprechaun, because he's guaranteed to get our Tina up, and may get our other one up at the same time. Our Rope Dart didn't quite make it, but we're pretty much going to wipe out 2 of them. Well, we left them on 1 life lot. That was unlucky that. We could have actually killed them. Now we cast Thrall again, and it is over. Like, Tina and Rope Dart are a fantastic combination, and all around this team just works so well. Because we just use all the colours in a really efficient way. For the second team, I'm going to take a look at Tesla. Now, does Tesla work with Tina 9000? In theory it should. After all, Tesla invented Tina 9000, and the spell does seem like it should work. Deals 8 true scatter damage, boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So if we cast Tina first, this increases Tina's armor, which therefore increases this damage which Tesla does. So that's pretty cool. We're going to put it into this team here. Actually, I'll just show the quick bit with Tina, where it says about Tesla. There it is on the left hand side there, Tesla's innovative new artillery. So if Tesla invented this to fight besides her, it'd be really weird if it didn't work. So hopefully it does. So here we go, we've got Tesla, Tina, Leprechaun for the fast start, and Amethyst Band. Now, some people may think this is a weird choice, because the logical choice immediately you would think, doesn't Golden Cog work? Gives armor to an ally equal to their current armor. So you'd think to get everybody charged up, cast Tina, cast Golden Cog onto Tina, doubling that armor, and then casting Tesla would be brilliant. But in reality, it just doesn't seem to work. I've tried it many times. It's actually quite slow and just isn't as effective as this. Amethyst Band uses purple and yellow, therefore does not mana block either of our troops. And we get a load of mana really quickly, and most of the time we just cast these either twice on Tina, once on Tesla, or twice on Tesla, once on Tina. The banner for this, we're going to go for just a good old +2 red, and the same traits as the last one. So let's dive into a PvP, see what we can do. We're up against some goblins first. Oh joy. Not the ideal team to fight against goblins, but we'll take what happens and see how it comes. Got a nice start there though. We've got that ready to go already, but there's no need to do that. We'll just cast Leprechaun first to get our Tina up. Bish, bash, bosh. Killed one already. We've now got a nice boost on this. The boost is +256. Zonk. So after a load of those, we've now got 2 lots of charge. We can do Leprechaun again. Doesn't make much difference whichever one you cast. We can then cast Amethyst Band because we didn't get fully charged. Tesla's ready to go again. It's literally whoever gets cast first or ready to cast out with Tesla. And Tina. Tesla didn't quite finish him off, so we'll do it with Tina. I don't think I've got any medals particularly equipped for this either. You should have medals of guard on for this as well. That is going to boost the armor and therefore boost the damage output of these troops here. Right, so we're going to get a 4-match here straight away. This gives Tina a little bit more power, which therefore increases the damage output of the team. There we go, got them both charged up again. We'll cast Tina first. Then Tesla. The boost is +221, as you can see on the right hand side. Dead. Just like that. Depends on how much damage Tina does. Like, because Tina's damage is random, sometimes she'll hit low, sometimes she'll hit surprisingly high, and that is when you can wipe out the enemy in one go. Just like that. So I'll just do 1 or 2 more. Got a nice amount of green here. Not too much near the bottom, but it's still going to be a nice amount of charge because obviously Tina uses green, so that is really handy. Look, the youngest tower gone. Wow, that was awesome. Let's get this anyway. No, we won't because we are frozen, and we probably won't need it anyway, and indeed did not. And that was amazingly fast. That was really quick. Very, very good indeed. So Tesla does work with Tina 9000, as you would have hoped. Right, I'll make this the last one, because here it is, and the good thing about it is entanglement and things like that don't really matter, because we don't really care about skull damage so much. This is about causing quick, devastating damage to the team, or the opposition. What should we do? We might as well cast that. We're guaranteed get some mana from that. We'll cast Tina first. That's taken out their second troop, which I didn't even see what it was. It might have been Obsidious. Then we cast our weapon. Now it's whoever's first out of, again, Tesla or Tina. This was a bit slower, this one. You can hit with normal damage if you feel like it. This one's gone a bit slow. Makes me want to do another one after this now. See, they even had a little bit of glory. How about that? Right, I'm doing one more now. Wasn't happy with that one. Not all games will go perfect. This is the same for any team. If things go against you regarding the gems you can match, or what happens to the AI on the gems they need, there's nothing you can really do about that. That's all part and parcel of the game. Right, so much green here. This is ludicrous if we don't get charged up. We'll get that anyway. Go Tina. Now we've got a 220 boost on Tesla. And whoever gets charged up first now out of Tesla and Tina. And it's Tesla. It's more like it. See you later. Whatever it is, there's my second Tina team. Right, for this final Tina 9000 team, I've brought in Queen Beatrix. This complements Tina 9000 really, really well. They both do true damage. Queen Beatrix generates green and brown, which means the green feeds straight into herself and the brown goes straight into Tina. And also has that awesome third trait, cleansing all allies when matching 4 or more gems. So the class is the same. Mechanist, the banner will be changed to the woodland banner. Lots of green for this, so we get that amethyst band going and we'll be absolutely flying with this regarding mana, hopefully exploding a load of green gems. Not too worried about the summoning and giving the benefits to elves. It's all about the generation of the mana for this and the fact that it doesn't mana block Queen Beatrix again, which is really cool. Alright, so let's dive into a few PvPs again. Alright, let's try the right hand side then. So let's get the hardest opponents that we can and see how it does. If it gets going, it can be properly devastating, and if we start entangled or anything like that, we can get 4 match straight away if one's there and cleanse it all off. So really cool. No point looking at these conversions on teams like this if you're going to cast Leprechaun. The board is going to change anyway, but hopefully we'll get going before they do. Now you can cast Queen Bee or Tina. Suggest Queen Bee first because there is a chance to get the mana back. But if she doesn't get it all back like she didn't then you can go Tina. And she's finished one of those opponents off already. And when we run out of 4 matches, we can cast this to generate mana for the team. We use all the colours here, so we're going to always benefit from that. Now we're probably going to kill 2 of them if we cast Tina. But you can get low damage on that, so I'd still go Queen Bee first. Let's wipe the 2 of them out straight away. Now Tina comes along and mops up. Works pretty well. I might show a little alternative to this in a minute as well, because if you've noticed, 3 of our troops are actually green, which means we're just a green weapon away from being viable for Guild Wars on this. This is an interesting team. Construct. And if they get looping with Chalcedony, we can be killed really quickly. So this is interesting to see how the AI handles this AI team at the same time. Will they get going with Chalcedony and loop as it should, keep on casting her again and again, or will they run it in a different kind of way? Right, so I think we'll go with Tina. No obvious blue there or green, so we'll go with Tina. If it hits the same opponent twice, it's likely to absolutely kill them outright. Let's get our weapon up. Right, let's see if this Chalcedony now loops. Oh, it didn't manage to get the first lot. With Chalcedony, she's fantastic, but quite often you find it takes 2 casts to get going. One to get the decent amount of brown there in the first place, and the second cast to actually make that never-ending loop actually happen, because there's lots of brown there, and then it becomes very hard not to actually keep on getting brown, because She's going to generate like a 15 brown whenever that casts. With a big amount of brown there, that is going to be a super dangerous opponent. But this game is over. Cast Wild King? Wild King, where'd that come from? Tina, and take out a few of their troops, but we can go with Queen Bee to soften them all up first, and then just give Tina a little bit of glory, and a little bee sting at the end to finish them off. Nice, cozy little team. So, yeah, that works really well, but as I said, let's see what happens if we change... This is another Chalcedony team. Let's see if we change... What happens if we change the weapon for Essence of Evil, which would make this Guild Wars viable. It's an all-green team now. Everybody's using green, including the hero. So let's go back to that team again. This could be interesting. Ordinarily, you wouldn't fight this team with this. You'd have something with freeze in it, because you need to get them frozen. Freeze is what basically messes up Chalcedony, stops it from looping over and over. But if we can get our Essence of Evil charged up, then we'll do that on one of their troops anyway. In fact, we'll probably chuck it on Chalcedony herself to get her absolutely messed up. If we get a surge on this, we're guaranteed to get that going. Sorry, Chalcedony, but it's not happening for you just yet. Now we'll go with Tina. Whoa, look at that. And the reason why that was so effective on Chalcedony is because Essence of Evil gives Hunter's Mark. And it gives also Fairy Fire. So you get like extra damage from that Fairy Fire. You're going to get double damage from skulls. It's going to be really, really good. That worked an absolute treat. It really did. Tina's going again. Soften them right up. Their Iron Hawk is ready, but Iron Hawk, I don't like it too much as a offensive troop. It sounds like it should be good, but sometimes it does surprisingly little in the way of damage. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it'll do loads, and another time it'll do hardly anything at all, and they're not even going to get going because that one's going to die. We'll get brown from that. We'll get some green from this and a bit of brown. And they ain't going to make it with Mountain Crusher. Tina is about to end it. Kaboosh. Alright, let's just do that one more time. So yeah, it works really well with Essence of Evil at the same time. Or in place of the weapon, the summoning explodey weapon. This is where Queen Beatrix comes in handy, getting that cleanse absolutely straight away. Let's just check for this. This is a bit dangerous. Purple to yellow. Let's have a look around here. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. So it's alright. So everything being alright, we don't need to explode the board with leprechaun because we can then set them up, which we do not want to do. So we'll look to get mana for us without setting the opposition up in a way. That should be okay to bring that one down like that. There we go. They've given us some yellow, which is kind and generous of them. We'll now throw this on the top troop. And they've been transformed into a frog. We'll chuck this again now onto, say, Obsidius, because I don't want them to get a 4-match and get my Queen Bee stunned. That would be very annoying. And now Essence of Evil is up again. You can go to town on this. And this means that when Tina hits these enemies, the fact that they're verified means they're going to do even more damage. And Queen Beatrix as well. Absolutely no getting away from it. It is going to be pain and suffering. There you go. You're gone. Queen Bee's up again. And this is going to be pretty much it. Tina, gone. So yeah, it works really, really well with Queen Beatrix in it as well. And if you want to try it on Guild Wars, you can chuck in the old Essence of Evil at the top. Still one of my absolute favourite weapons. So there's a video. There's 3 Tina 9000 teams for you to try. She's in the soulforge right now at the time of making this video. Go get her if you've got the diamonds. It's just as simple as that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not hit that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. Catch you next time. Bye for now.